The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by MedVet. Every week we introduce you to a new furry friend looking for their forever home in our MedVet Pet of the Week. This time around we're joined by Kimberly White Erlinger with Austin Animal Services, who has brought along sweet little Tonka. Kimberly, good morning.
Good morning.
And Tonka, good morning to you. What a sweet boy.
Precious boy. Yes, he is.
Tell us a little bit about Tonka.
Oh, I just love this baby. I met him a few weeks ago, and he is just about 1 year old. He came in as a stray.
Okay, so we usually like to say probably about the full size.
Probably about. He may get a little bit stockier throughout here, especially if I keep feeding him all the treats I've been giving him today.
And he does love treats.
He does. He is very treat motivated. But he's the main thing to know about Tonka is that he is deaf. So it's not super uncommon to see dogs that look kind of like him, especially if they have lighter eyes. His eyes are dark, but white dogs like this often tend to be deaf. So at the shelter, we will kind of snap our fingers and clap behind them, and then if we kind of get a feel for, you know, whether or not they have any hearing, we will let the vet services know, and then they'll confirm it for us. So it's interesting because deaf dogs often do better in the shelter because
less chaos.
Less chaos.
Yeah.
I find him sleeping all the time while every other, you know, the 30 other dogs in his building are barking and jumping. He's just sacked out. I mean, the deepest sleeper. It's amazing. I wish I could sleep like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
And so there are some big benefits of having a dog that can't hear. For example, when the 4th of July fireworks go off, they can't hear those, so they don't get too stressed out.
Right.
But there are some things to keep in mind as well.
Right. You have to be really careful. And of course, I'm not a deaf dog expert or a dog expert by any stretch, but you know, they do have different needs in terms of training. You can't use verbal signals like every other dog.
Sure.
You have to use visual signals. You have to make sure that the dog can see you before you start working with them on that. And you have to be very careful that they can't get loose because they can't hear traffic sounds. They won't hear you calling for them. So, you know, there are just a few considerations when you get a deaf dog. But
some positives, though.
Some positives.
Not barking, as far as we know.
As far as I've never heard him bark, and I've been around him quite a bit.
I was going to say just a little sneeze we heard earlier, but otherwise
he burped a little bit, but I wasn't going to call that out.
A very quiet boy. Who would be a really good home for Tonka?
Well, he's super playful. He just absolutely loves to play in the yard. He's just now drying out, so he was playing in the pool at the shelter, one of our little doggy pools. He loves to romp with toys. I brought all of the toys, including a Thanksgiving-themed turkey. So he loves toys. But he's gentle. I mean, he jumps a little bit out of happiness, but he's actually a really gentle dog. So I think he could probably be in any home as long as everybody understands to respect his boundaries and don't startle him too much. Make sure everyone knows that a deaf dog is just a little bit different than a normal hearing dog.
Yeah, absolutely. But he doesn't seem too startled, you know, if you just start scratching him on the rump kind of thing.
He's fine.
He's just happy to be getting pets.
Yeah, he's really loving.
A really sweet boy.
There he goes.
He's taking the turkey apart, y'all.
Well, you know what? It is 8 days from Thanksgiving, so I guess
we're all going to be eating turkey anyway.
Everyone's going to be taking the turkey apart. So.
I want to talk for a minute, if we can, about your most recent spay and neuter clinic, which went really well.
Yes, with Good Fix Greater Good Charities and the Good Fix Clinic. Yes, it was the most successful in Austin so far.
Wow.
We spayed and neutered 1,226 animals, dogs and cats. That is over 200 more than I think the next most successful one. So that is a huge success. I keep saying that same word, but that's what it is. That's all you can say. It was just a big clinic, and we're so proud of that. And it just goes to show you that there's a huge need for it, and people are really responding to that. And so
and we're kind of stopping the problem right at the root.
Right at the root.
Yeah.
And the next one will be in February. You know, dates and location to be determined, but you'll hear all about it.
Yeah, of course, because we'll see a couple more times between here and there.
Yes.
I do want to talk about a couple other things you have going on. Adopt one, get one free with your kittens.
With the kittens, we still have so many kittens, which is so hard to believe, but oh my goodness, we have so many adorable, such sweet babies. So kittens do better with a buddy. A lot of people think that cats are solitary, but they're really not. They're not as social as dogs, but they do so much better, especially babies, when they have a buddy with them.
I didn't know that, actually.
Yeah, they do much better, and also you get double the cuteness. So why not take 2 home?
Yeah.
They can help each other get potty trained. They can help each other play.
And you can bring home litter mates, right? Something like that.
I don't know if it's litter mates. I'm assuming it's any and all kittens.
Okay, I was going to say, because it might
Yeah.
feel good to bring home like a sister and a sister.
Right,
or
who
something
knows?
like
Who
that.
knows? Yeah.
Or just any 2 that strike your fancy.
Right,
And not only
exactly.
that, but crated dogs. You guys have
Yes.
something really cool going on because you want to clear the shelters. That's a term we use during the summer months.
We're always looking to clear. I mean, I would love to show up one day and have not a single dog to walk, but we have a bunch of dogs in crates right here. You can see them. I would say maybe we've got 8 to 10, but it's a constantly revolving door of dogs being left in crates all day. We do get them out. The staff are amazing at getting them out 3 times a day, but otherwise they have to stay in these crates. So all adoption fees are waived for any dog that you see in a crate.
All adoption fees are waived for any dog you see in a crate until those crates are clear.
Until the crates are fully empty.
Okay.
That's right.
That sounds good to me.
Yes.
A whole lot going on. And Kimberly, thank you so much. Tonka was very playful during this. Just
waiting
threw
for
a
that.
little toy. A good example of how playful Tonka
Yes,
is.
he's so much
Kimberly,
fun.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Guys, for more information, visit austintexas.gov or follow along on social media at Austin Animal Services. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by MedVet.